Everybody, my name is Paul Garrett, but my friends call me Preach. And so I'm just excited to be here with you tonight. I am a leadership trainer and coach, and I was trained by the best and certified by the best, and that'll be none other than John Maxwell. I think you guys probably have heard of him. And then also I've been a certified speaker by the top motivational speaker in our country right now, Dr. Eric Thomas. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard of him. Awesome guy. That's something about me. I've been speaking now for over 20 years, but one thing I love to do, I love to raise people's conscious level of who they truly are and why they're here, find out that talent that's on the inside and maximize their talent. So you guys are in for a treat tonight. How many leaders and influencers we have in here? Business owners? All right. You guys know, just like I know, one of the biggest things we run into, probably one of the biggest issues, is we sometimes can hit that lid, that leadership lid. We can hit that ceiling and that momentum stops, and sometimes we got to figure out a way to get past that boundary, that glass ceiling that we keep hitting. And sometimes we can have great people up under us, but if we don't ever grow as leaders, guess what? They can't grow. And so I found out one of the best ways to do that is we have to self-assess. I don't care where you are, how much success you have, even when we look at something and we may think it's a failure, you still have to go back and self-assess. And a lot of times what I found out is we adapt to the situation and we get away from who we truly are naturally. So who you are naturally, that's your talent, that's your strength. You're not really born with weaknesses. You only manufacture a weakness when you're trying to develop an area that you're not talented in. So you do that when you're thinking about what you're thinking about. If I was to ask you to write your name, how many of you in here right-handed? Raise your hand. Would you even think about using your left? No, you just go straight to that right hand and you start writing because you know that's where you're naturally talented. What does S-I-L-K spell? Silk. I can't hear you. What does it spell? Silk. What do cows drink? Milk. Water. Oh. So when you're being observed and you are aware that you're being observed, you adapt and get away from your natural thought process and you writing with that right hand. And you start writing with that non-talented hand, and your brain will shoot you the wrong information and it give you milk because it feels like the right answer. Are you guys with me? And so that's one of the things we want to raise your conscious level about. Stay true to your natural self. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need fixing. You're not broken. You just have talents and non-talents. And a lot of times what you'll realize is that area you're not talented in, somebody close to you is. And we'll learn just how to naturally pick up that right hand and write our name. You'll naturally know when a situation comes to you, when to divert that situation to somebody else that's talented in that area instead of you trying to develop a new skill set in an area that you're not talented in. Anybody that knows me know I can't sing. It's not happening. I'll sing in the shower, I'll sing in the car, but do not put me on this stage and ask me to sing. It's going to be a tragedy. Now, I can go get singing lessons, and I can train and I can work, and guess what? It'll enhance it, but all I've done is manufacture a weakness. My talent is communicating and help you raise your conscious level to be more self-aware of who you are naturally and show you those areas where you've been adapting when you're thinking about what you're thinking about. Y'all ready to have some fun? Yeah. All right. So who am I? I am an eternal soul who's been placed in history to help people discover who they are. That's who I am. So what we're going to do real quick tonight, we're going to hit these 4 milestones. How to self-assess of who you are, accept how you operate, recognize how others see you, and how to stop making assumptions and constraints. So, y'all remember Kodak? Anybody here remember Kodak? Yes. Taking pictures and the film and all that stuff. So Kodak when the interns came to the execs and said, hey, we need to change and do digital photography. Interns went to the execs and said, we need to shift and do digital photography. The execs said, hot, that's cute, but we do Polaroids, films, instant photos. How many of y'all remember the Polaroids? You got to wave that bad boy till that image came out. Then the intern came and said, but I think this is the future. My friends are into it. And y'all remember when Kodak went to the box fun savers? Yeah. Boy, we thought that was the best thing since sliced bread. You got the little box, take the pictures. You don't have to worry about removing any film. You can just drop it off in the envelope at Eckert's. Anybody remember Eckert's? You could drop it off, and then you could go back a day or 2 days later, have your pictures ready, and you were good to go. Kodak thought they were in business, but the intern was like, let's do digital. Exec's like, no. And so the exec says, go back to your cubicle and do your job. Kodak 1978, after being an industry giant for 2 decades. Then look at Kodak's trajectory. 1950s, best photography company. 1960s, instant image gurus. 1970s, industry titans. 1980s, they dominated their lane. 1990s, digital photography came along. Kodak stuck with the Polaroids and the small disposable cameras. 2000s came, photo release platform for digital photography online. 2010s, photos gentrified to what we know now as Instagram. 2018, Instagram is a $1 billion company. Kodak, bankrupt. All because they didn't know how to adapt and raise that lid and adjust. We have to know where our talent is, where we're talented, where our strengths are, and where it's not. And where those areas we're not, we got to get people on our team to do that. Are y'all with me? Yeah. All right, identity. We're going to look at who are you. This changes, change versus influence. Are you waking up every morning, or are you just living life, or are you actually leading your life? If you're just living life, then that means whatever the day throws at you, you're adapting to it. But if you're actually leading your life, that means you're waking up in the morning, you know the plan, you know what you got to get accomplished that day, and no matter what happens, you're still in control. That's the first thing you have to make up in your mind when you get up. Am I going to lead this day, or I'm just going to live it? But it comes down to who you are. So I'm going to display 4 animals, and I want you to tell me their characteristics. So you're going to see a picture of an animal, and then I want you to shout out their characteristics. Are you with me? Yes. What I'm going to do? Show you a picture, and what you going to do? Shout out their characteristics. Are you ready for the first picture? Yes.
Big, strong.
What else?
Dominant.
Aggressive.
Smart.
Protector. Dominant. Would y'all agree?
Yes.
Y'all ready for the next animal? Cute. Pink. Friendly. Showy. Social. Pink. Chameleon. Adaptive. Changing. Colors. What about this? Sneaky. Mild-mannered. All right, y'all ready for the last one? Slow. What else? Calculated. Cautious. Accurate. Perfectionist. What do y'all think about those 4 animals? Do you know these 4 animals? Personally. Do you know people who act just like each one of them? You know somebody that can act like a gorilla, just aggressive? It's like, get to the point. I don't want any details. Just hurry up. They just moving fast, aggressive. It's like they just attack everything, and it's like, whoa. You know some people that's a flamingo? I mean, they just social. Like this right here, they loving this. They want to talk to everybody, want to meet everybody. A lot of times they have on bright colors, and they just love people. It's no right or wrong. It's who you are. You know, people that's the chameleon. Most of the chameleons, they to themselves, they adapt whatever you need me to do. Don't force me to make any decisions. Tell me what you want. Let me go over here and work it out. Then you know some people that's like a turtle. They slow, but they want to be accurate. They want to be precise. They perfectionists. Can you imagine a gorilla and a turtle going at it? So what we're going to do right now, since you guys know some of these animals, right? Right? Yes. All right. How many of you in here feel like you that gorilla? Don't bore me with details. Just get to the point. I don't want the detail. Just get straight to the point. I don't have time for all that. What is it you need to know? Let me go attack those problems. Anybody in here like that? If you can identify with the gorilla, I want you to stand up. Come on. And I want you to come to this side of the room. In the front. Just stand over there. Look, there's nothing wrong. It's just who you are. All right? Any flamingos, you social. You just love people. You that extrovert. You come in, come on. I want you to stand up here. All the flamingos. You just love people. You loving this right now. Matter of fact, you wish it was a little bit more people. You know, I've learned how to be able to tell standing at the elevator. Where are my chameleons? Right now, the chameleons is just like, don't pick me. Don't say anything. Let me just sit in the back. Let me just disappear. But whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. Where are my chameleons? Come on, raise your hand, stand up. And I want y'all to go to that back corner over there. All my chameleons. Y'all the people that work, yes.
What if the turtle and the flamingo made a baby?
Now, let me, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. We do have some turtles and flamingos. But again, it's just who you are mostly. And so everybody else a turtle? All right, if you're a turtle, you're very detailed oriented. Matter of fact, I need every I dotted, every T crossed. So I want y'all to go to that back side of the room. And so how it works, the gorillas is like, this is what we gonna do. The flamingos are like, all right, let's get everybody together. The chameleons, just tell me what you need me to do. And the turtles is like, okay, when we do it, what time we gonna do it, how long we gonna be there, how we getting there. How many people in the room very detail oriented? So we got a bunch of turtles in here. What's up, turtles? Listen, again, there's no right or wrong. It is what it is. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. It just is what it is. So, let's self-assess. Y'all ready? Yeah. In your animal group, agree to the most dominant strength you have. And you got 30 seconds to talk that out. Come on, you got to pick a group. Just pick a group. Come with the flamingos. What's the most dominant strength you have? 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Flamingo's still talking. They loving it. Yeah. All right. See, they loud. Flamingos loud. They love socializing. So, gorillas, what is your most dominant strength?
Delegators.
Okay.
Decision makers.
Delegators and decision makers. Flamingos.
We like to collaborate.
Yeah. I knew they was going to talk at the same time. I knew it. What is it?
We want everybody included.
You want everybody included.
Collaborators. When there's tension in the room.
Yeah. They flamingoing out right now. Chameleons, what's your most dominant strength? Adaptability. It's like whatever you need me to do, we can do it. The thing is about your chameleons, they are some of your best workers because they'll do whatever you need them to do. But the thing about it, they're quiet. So you really won't know how they feel about it because they got to warm up to you. Turtles, what's your most dominant strength?
Planning, organizing, detail.
See how you see how he said it? Planning, organizing, detail. It's a list. It's a list. Spoken like a true turtle. We're going to give you every detail. Now the gorillas is like, that's too much. So in your group, agree to the characteristic you dislike the most about your animal. You got 20 seconds. Chameleons. What you dislike most about your animal? Flamingos. Flamingos. Yeah, okay. Chameleons, what you dislike most about your animal?
Sneakiness.
The sneakiness? See, they just, you can't force them to make a decision.
Only because we're misperceived, and so we don't like to be called or given that title. We're really just trying to observe before we make a final decision.
Right, all right.
But,
Gotcha. Turtles?
Disorganized. Out of place. We don't deal well with disorganization.
You don't deal well with disorganization. It has to be structure. All right, flamingos?
People always come to us to try to make the peace and to try to ask the question.
Yeah.
But sometimes we can't pick what restaurant we want to eat at.
The one where everybody's going to be there. Gotcha. Gorillas?
Impatient.
Impatient. I need it now.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. So, on the count of 3, I want you to point to the animal, not the person. Point to the animal that frustrates you the most in this room. 1, 2, 3. So the gorillas is pointing to the turtles point to the gorilla, chameleons point to the gorilla, or y'all point to the turtles. All right. All right. Name the thing that the frustrating animal has that you appreciate. Turtles. Name the thing that the gorillas, because y'all pointed at the gorillas. Name the thing that the frustrating animal has that you appreciate. What do you appreciate about the gorillas? Their drive, being precise, decisiveness. Gorillas, what is it you appreciate about the turtles? Attention to detail. Chameleons, what is it you appreciate about the gorillas?
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. You don't have to worry about what they thinking or feeling. Flamingos.
For me, it's us two over here.
Okay, so what is it you appreciate about the gorillas? That you appreciate about them?
They're executors.
They execute. Right. What about the turtles?
They dot the I's and cross the T's.
Dot the I's and cross the T's. Yep. The thing, now watch this. A turtle can come across as a gorilla because they so by the book. And the thing about the turtles and the gorillas, they're both situational driven. The gorillas is going to go attack the problem where the turtles will wait till it come to them. But that's what gets both of them moving. Now, what links the chameleons and the flamingos together is they both emotional creatures. The flamingo is more outward, where that chameleon is more inward. You got to really get to a point where a chameleon trusts you before they'll open up. All right? Have a seat. How y'all feel about that? So with that exercise, imagine the people that you're working with, your teams. If you know their animal, then you can quickly assess on how they behave, how they think, and how to communicate with them. If you know you a gorilla and you got a turtle on your team, you know if you got something to take to that turtle, you cannot just say, I need this by today. You better bring them the what, the when, the how. Or they gonna question you to death and you not gonna like it. Turtles, you know if you go talk to a gorilla, they don't want the details. Just tell them the end result. If you're dealing with a chameleon, give them the system they need to work by. Let them work it. And they're gonna work it at their own pace. The minute you try to interrupt their flow, they're gonna think you being disrespectful. Because again, they like to move at their own pace. They'll do whatever needs to be done, but they move at their own pace. And when you're dealing with that turtle needs details. I need every detailed bullet point you need done. If you're missing something, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you need a system built out, you need to go talk to your turtles. Because your turtles will build out that system. They'll show you your gaps. They'll show you where you're missing. And then guess what? You can go give it to your chameleons and they'll work it. And if you need somebody to go explain it to everybody or get it exposed, you talk to your flamingos. Now imagine on your teams, on your jobs, in your companies, how many times you may have people doing the wrong thing. And then the communication is messed up because you have a chameleon trying to be a gorilla. And that chameleon doesn't attack, they don't attack problems. And then the communication is off. But once you know their animal, you'll know instantly how they think, how they behave, how they communicate, and then you can set them up in the best position for success. Once they know your animal, then they'll know how you think, behave, and communicate. So, look at the gorilla, the language, direct, to the point, deadlines. They just want to know the deadline, the due dates. Show me the results. That gorilla is results driven. Where that flamingo, they love the experience. Just give me a good experience. But that gorilla is results driven. Leave me alone, let me do my work. How to spot one in your arc, in your shell, natural leaders. Extreme sense of urgency. Seemingly heartless. That's because they're attacking problems. They're not attacking people, but you'll think they're attacking you. But they're actually attacking the problem because they're problem solving driven. Always into results and outcomes. They are your innovators. They're always looking for the next thing. Look at your flamingos, their language. They social, they happy, spirit, engaging, they fun, they outspoken, they very encouraging. How to spot one in your boat, in your ship. Gets people together. Usually music and food are involved. You know, them the people at work that they looking for the party. You know, they throwing the party. Where are we going? Hands in several pots, usually wearing something with color. The thing about the gorillas and the flamingos, their attention span is very short. Get to the point, and that flamingo, if they see something shiny over here, they going where that shiny thing is. So you have to make it quick, and you have to grasp their attention. The chameleon, their language, they supportive, amenable, behind the scenes, very agreeable. Whatever you need done, just let me know. And give me time to do it. Don't rush me. Give me time to do what I need to get done. How to spot one in your boat, on your ship, follows the crowd, wants to play the background. Issues with saying no. Chameleons will say yes all day. Whatever you throw them, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And the thing is, before you know it, they've taken on too much. And they'll never say it. Suffers in silence. The turtle, slow, precise, perfectionist, questioning, analytical. How to spot one in your ark, on your boat, on your ship, frequently is last to make a move into 100% accuracy. They prefer to be accurate over the process. That chameleon, they love the process. They love the system. But that turtle wants to be accurate. Favorite words, wait, hold up. What y'all doing? Wait a minute now. And they're unchanging. It's hard to get a turtle to change. You have to convince them that what they're doing makes sense before they'll change. We're frustrated because we speak different languages. To be an influence, I must be able to speak your language. I have to know who I'm dealing with because my first customer is my employee. And I have to learn how to talk to my employees. And once I know their language, how they communicate and how they behave, and I'm able to talk to them, now I'm able to speak with my customer. And you could be able to tell the behavior of your customer when they come through the door, when they call on the phone. If they somebody, I just need an answer. Who I need to talk to? Gorilla. Just get to the point. They don't want any details. They just want the problem resolved. If you get that customer on the phone, it's like, okay, I called 3 weeks ago and I talked to Carol. And then Carol told me this, and that's a turtle. You're going to have to make sure you hit every detail with that person. Which animals make the best team? Anybody?
All of them.
Right. We're hybrids. We have all four, but one is usually most dominant. Learn to use what you need when you need it for influence. The thing is, all four are in you. You just got to know when to leverage which animal in each situation. And again, we don't want you adapting away from who you truly are. Stop writing with that non-talented hand, manufacturing a weakness. Stay true to who you are. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You're fine. You are enough just who you are. Just be self-aware of that, be confident in that, and just be more of who you are. You don't need to change yourself. You are who you are, and you are who you are for a reason. Stop worrying about what you don't have, focus on what you do have, and put 101% in that. In those areas you're not talented in, I guarantee you there's somebody in your circle that is. How this converts to success? 4 principles to live by. Learn who you are authentically. Stop making assumptions. Master your language, but understand that success comes when you understand the language of the other animals. Make the small adjustments intentionally within yourself and your team. The adjustments release the constraints and improve yourself by 1% daily. Then self-assess at every turn. Whenever you have success, whenever there's a failure, whenever there's new opportunities, whenever you hit a ceiling, whenever there's miscommunication in an argument, go back and self-assess and see where am I adapting away from my true self. And once you can hit that point and you can start saying water instead of milk, and you realize who you are naturally, then you can be who you was created to be and do what you was created to do, no matter what the circumstance or situation is. Again, we don't want you changing yourself because of a situation or a role. We want you to change that role in that situation to fit your strength and your talent. And how many times are we changing because of the situation or the role? And when you do that, if you do that for a long period of time, you're going to find yourself stressed because you're getting away from who you are naturally. Remember, you're not broken. Matter of fact, repeat after me. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. Come on, you can say it better than that. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. I don't need fixing. I don't need fixing. I'm enough. I'm enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. My name is Paul. My friends call me Preach, and that's my time. Thank you.